and welcome to another edition of It's All About the Youth. I am your host, Aaron Sutton, man, and we're back. And I love football, man. The weather is changing. The time of year we're getting close to playoff season. It is around the corner. Louisiana Youth is at an all-time high. You saw it last week. We had teams in here with Madison Prep. We had our guys in here that are alumni from Madison Prep that played in Louisiana Youth football. We had Woodlawn High School alumni in here. You heard them talking. They were going back and forth, talking about the past, talking about the things that they look forward to back in the day, and also talking about the goals and the things that they're accomplishing in today's time at the next level of high school football. Well, that continues on today. High school goals. Hashtag high school goals. This week's show, I promise you, will be action-packed, just like last week's show was. We'll have another great show. We have the Catholic High Bears in the building. We have the Southern Lab Kittens in the building. We have alumni from both schools that are going to talk about their experience with Louisiana Youth football. And we got some football coaches here. Who knows? I may ask them some of those tough questions like, hey, man, what do you have in store for the playoffs? What's next? How is the alumni from Louisiana Youth panning out for you and on your team? Who knows, man? Keep it locked. But if you're not watching the show on a weekly basis, it's on demand. LYSNTV.com, LYSNradio.com. The podcast on all media outlets. Tune in to us. You don't want to miss the show because it's all about the youth.
Do you need to say great job, congratulations, or way to go? Crown Trophy on Sherwood Forest Boulevard in Baton Rouge has the trophy, plaque, acrylic, or crystal award you're looking for. Whether it's for your team, business, or church, come to Crown Trophy. We guarantee the highest level of customer service, and there's no charge for rush orders or trophy engraving. We're nationally known and locally owned. Visit us online to view our catalog at www.crowntrophy.com.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
And we're back here on It's All About the Youth. I told you we had some Bears in the building. All right, man, I look forward to talking to a great coach here. Who do we have here with us?
My name's Gabe Fertitta. I'm the head football coach at Catholic High School. Going into my 9th year at Catholic, my third season as the head coach.
Good
following the legend.
The legend
Bill Wyder.
himself, Coach
Yes, sir.
Wyder, man.
Yes, sir.
Big shoes to fill, Coach.
Certainly.
But you've done a great job doing it, Coach.
Yep. You know, he told me, hey, they're going to tell you got big shoes to fill. Just walk in your own shoes. So
Hey,
that's what I've been
speak
doing.
louder than words, man. Speaking of that, you know, so you got the bling on your hand to represent it, right?
Oh, I forgot that was on there.
Hey, what a good thing. You just forget about it, huh?
Yeah.
That
yeah.
means, I mean, it's a constant. That's what you're trying to make that a constant.
Yep, 2017. That was my first year as the head coach,
Yeah.
and we won it. And,
Good deal.
And these guys had a big part in that.
Good deal. And who's here with us?
Josh Parker, Catholic High, running back.
Josh Parker?
I played for the Vikings, the Rams, and the Falcons.
Vikings, Rams, and the Falcons?
Yo.
And the Bears?
Oh yeah, and the Bears too.
Good deal. We also have a guy on the end, man. Who's this guy on the end right here?
I'm Braylon Morgan, Catholic High athlete. I play for the South Baton Rouge Jaguars.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. I tell you what, man, I look at these guys, man. I've been fortunate enough to watch them grow up and mature in the maturation process. And I'm fortunate, man. I look forward to Friday Night Lights, you know, the highlights, when you see the replays. Coach, you've done a great job of developing this young talent. Tell me something about what's the unique thing about these guys that you'd say that are in your program?
I'd say the thing that's unique the most about the guys, especially that come from the Louisiana youth football, is they just love football. Like, it could be practice, it could be watching film, it could be at the game. Like, to them, they just want to be out there on the field and just they bring like an energy and an enthusiasm and a joy out there that for us as coaches sometimes we forget. You know, like we get so locked in on the game plan, the X's and O's, and then you go out there and these guys are running around like they just 6-7 years old having a good time, you know, and they bring an enthusiasm that we need.
Right. So I look at, you know, Braylon, man. I watched him literally since he was a little guy, man. A little guy, little big guy, big heart. Braylon, tell me a memory that you have, I guess, from youth football. What is one of those things that carried over to help your high school career be better from Louisiana youth football?
I think the main thing that helped me was to know that nobody's too small to do anything.
Right.
And always follow your heart and just play. Don't worry about anything, just play and have fun and do what you love.
Okay. And the infamous Joshua Parker. In Louisiana youth football, he's known as Joystick. We got to tell your handle, AKA. You should put that on your Twitter feed, man. You know, so tell us, what is that one thing that you carried over from youth football to Catholic High to help you propel yourself to where you're at right now?
I think the biggest thing I learned was having patience because, you know, in Louisiana youth football, they hard on us and they yell on us, steadily on us, so it carried over to Catholic. And when somebody criticized me or like gave constructive criticism, I never got mad, but I went back in the lab and fixed it.
Okay, good deal, man. Another question I'd like to just propose to you, Coach. I mean, you touched on it. You know, kids from Louisiana youth football are definitely difference makers in your program. What would you say would be one of those golden nuggets that when you're looking for a kid out of Louisiana youth football, what are some of the things the qualities that you look for?
Yeah, I mean, with all the kids, you know, that end up coming to Catholic or wherever they go to high school, when you watch them play in the youth league, you know, there's a lot of misconceptions. People think, you know, we go out there, we're trying to find the biggest, the fastest, the best, or whatever. And really, the guys that are the most successful, whether it's with us or the guys that we got the guys from Southern Lab here, whatever, is the guys that when they fail, like when things don't go right, and just like Josh was talking about, they get right back on and they go again, you know. And it's those guys that when they are challenged and they're not successful, how they respond after that. To me, that's the measure of a football player
Good
you
deal.
know, in anything is,
Right.
hey, when the chips are down and it's not going your way,
Right.
how do you respond at that point, you know?
Yeah. So going back, looking back, you guys competed against each other growing up as kids, right? So were your teams rivals?
Yeah, they were.
Definitely.
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 So tell me a memory that you have playing against each other. Who want to share first?
Me,
I will.
I'll go.
I think there's a story about Josh stripping the ball from Braylon, if I'm not mistaken.
My wrist was broke.
Your wrist was broke at the time.
It was.
And what happened?
I stripped him on the 4-yard line, and he's still gonna use that excuse to this day. But we still won the game because I stripped him on the 4-yard line.
So I got a question. On Friday night or Thursday, walkthrough practice is happening, or whatever day you guys have walkthrough practice. Do you guys ever talk about the Saturday game, like who's going to play on Saturday, or when your teams are going to play each other, when the Rams and Jaguars are going to play? Do y'all kind of talk about it, or do y'all get that, going amongst the team, like I'm a Ram, I'm a Jaguar? Do y'all kind of do that with each other?
We do. Like, I still think about it. Like, every time I see him, like, dang, this dude really made me fumble. Like, how? But I think I got my lick back. We was our senior year. It was the last time we played. I didn't play linebacker at all. So one of our linebackers went out big with a concussion or an injury or something like that. So I was coming in, and Josh was running up the middle, and I was like, oh, yeah, I got to get him. I got to get him. So the first time, all right, he went through that. I wasn't expecting him to come that hard. He hit me. So the second time, I was like, oh, yeah, same play. He came. I hit him so hard. I ain't lying. I hit him. And after that, it was just on.
Parker, you remember that?
I don't remember that at all.
You got that look on your face like, that never happened.
I remember winning the game. That's all.
You won the game?
We won the game.
Speaking of that,
Okay.
It was a blowout.
It was a blowout?
it was
rough?
6-0.
That was the championship
This is
game.
every day right here.
So
this
it
is
sounds
every
like
day.
the spirit of competition is heightened at practice. When you mix all those great athletes together, that spirit of camaraderie, the spirit of competitiveness together, Coach, sound like you have a good mix, man, a good culture.
Yeah, we when we go out there and practice, the guys are all trying to compete against each other and earn spots, whether it's special team spots, whether it's these two guys, they compete every Friday night for carries as tailbacks on the team, so there's a good healthy competition that goes on there, and I think high tide raises all ships.
Right.
The more they compete, the better everybody gets. Iron sharpens iron, that whole thing. So
Definitely.
it's great to have these guys be a part of the program and just bring a different experience. You get kids that are from different areas. One of the things that is unique about Catholic is the kids are from all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, kids from.
It's not like a home-based school. It's people are from all over.
You got a lot of diversity in where people come from and their experiences, and then you throw them out there all on the football field, and it's just one group.
Speaking of a diverse environment, how has that been for you being in the Catholic High environment where people from, I guess, all walks of life come together like a gumbo pot, really, and coexist in a school environment? How does that work for you?
It's really good because at the same time, most people you hear a lot like, oh, Catholic don't have girls, or like it helped you focus at the same time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I was at a school with girls, I don't even think I'll do right. But like it helps you focus. It gets you right, and just knowing different people, and knowing different people have your back than everybody you've been through in life.
Yeah, I agree with him because at first when I first came to Catholic, it's stereotypes about it. All boys, it's gonna be hard. But if you're not really in the system, then you really don't know at all. It helps you a lot on and off the field as a man and as a player.
Okay. So culturally, like the difference of culture, tell me about that. How does that work for you then?
Could you?
Just diversity, it's so many things that could come left and right. Just even a teammate, just music genres are different. Just experiences, likes and dislikes. How do you balance that?
It's crazy because it's like what you would think at Catholic is really not what it is. Like music, we pretty much listen to all the same thing. Like our quarterback listen to rappers like YoungBoy, Kevin Gates.
Okay.
And it's crazy because it's not what you expect, but at the same time, it is what it is.
Well, I'll ask the hard question then. What did you expect then? You saying it's not what you expected?
I thought it was like, I'm not even gonna lie, I thought they were gonna listen to like more country music before a game or something. But
Look, Coach Pitino jumped right. What did you expect? Let me hear.
it was like when I seen Jackson Thomas listening to like Kevin Gates and YoungBoy, I was like, oh, this dude might actually be kind of cool. So, yeah.
Yeah, you'll come and you'll be like, yeah, these dudes not tough, but then once you get on the field, you get knocked out a few times. Get up, look around, like, oh my gosh, he just like me. And like, we all brothers. You embrace the culture and everything.
Good
so
deal, man.
it's really nothing different.
You guys have definitely shocked some people this season, man. I mean, you've been up to you played a team from Arkansas. You played a team, a prominent team of Edna Carr out of New Orleans, and some local teams that have made some noise prior to meeting up with you guys. Coach, what does it look like going forward right now in the locker room?
Well, the locker room. I one of the biggest challenges as a coach is when you're winning. Is keeping guys focused on the next thing.
Right.
The 2 times we've won state championships, we lost 3 regular season games in those seasons, and those were opportunities to come back and say, all right, you can do it your way, and we lose, or you can get on the train and do it right. And there's some get right that goes on in those seasons.
Right.
What's difficult is you're winning, you're successful, and you're having to convince guys, like, hey, we still not where we need to be, you know. And so that's one of the difficult things, I think, with guys like these and some of the other leaders on our team. They've done a really good job in keeping everybody focused, keeping everybody, hey, just the next game, that kind of thing. Because from the outside, I mean, our own parents, our own students, our own teachers at school,
Right.
who we going to play in the playoffs, where we play in the state championship game. Well, I didn't even know we were in that. I didn't even know we hadn't even gotten there yet. So keeping the guys focused is probably the number one thing for us as a staff going forward.
Good deal, Coach. Is there anything closing out, that you would like a person to know about the Catholic High Bear program, or is there one thing that you want people because you were able to dispel some things here today because they may have perceived it to be one way, and you're able to share some things that gave some light, in the locker room, on the field, the camaraderie, the culture. Is there anything else that you would like our listeners to know?
I think anywhere you go, there's some misconceptions about Catholic. There's misconceptions about Catholic from the Catholic elementary schools that, traditionally all those kids come to Catholic. There are misconceptions about it in the community at Louisiana Youth and wherever you go. And the thing I always tell people is it's a very structured environment, a very disciplined environment. And it's not for everybody, it really isn't. It's a place where people are going to be all treated the same. And sometimes when guys come to school there and think that they're going to be treated differently because they're a great football player, because they've heard that, you go to Catholic, you're a great football player, whatever. And then you hold everybody to the same standard, and now all of a sudden it's like, wait, I didn't go there for that, And I think that's one of the misconceptions that we have, and guys like this do a great job at dispelling that. And then guys like Jackson, our quarterback, went to St. Aloysius, 100% of those kids are going to Catholic High.
Right.
And these guys come from Louisiana Youth. They see the St. Aloysius guy, and whatever. And then, oh man, we got all these similarities, we got all these things in common. So that's what I really like about it, is just the different walks of life, people from all over.
Good deal. I'm glad you were able to share that with us, Coach. I think it, opens some eyes to our viewers and our listeners, man. I look forward to seeing you guys accomplish your mission and goal this season. Like I said, I have some babies over there that I keep a close eye on, man, and I'm super proud of these guys. And thank you for giving them opportunity and continuing the process from Louisiana Youth to Catholic High of molding young men into becoming great men.
This
We
is
definitely
awesome, man.
appreciate you, man.
Thank you all for having us. This is fantastic.
We appreciate you. Keep it locked because we're going to keep this thing rolling, Coach, just like you guys are rolling. We're going to keep it rolling right here on this All About the Youth. We'll be back shortly with the Southern Lab Kittens.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Do you need to say great job, congratulations, or way to go? Crown Trophy on Sherwood Forest Boulevard in Baton Rouge has the trophy, plaque, acrylic, or crystal award you're looking for. Whether it's for your team, business, or church, come to Crown Trophy. We guarantee the highest level of customer service, and there's no charge for rush orders or trophy engraving. We're nationally known and locally owned. Visit us online to view our catalog at www.crowntrophy.com.
And welcome back to It's All About the Youth. Once again, man, I told you we have another team in the building. We have some superior athletes in the building too, man. My guys, man. We got Coach Baker is here. Coach, you want to introduce yourself and tell them about you and where you at right now, Coach?
My name is Coach Baker. I'm the defensive coordinator and associate head coach at Southern Lab. I was formerly the head coach at Slaughter Community Charter School. I'm loving it at the lab school. I'm loving it
at the
I'm
lab.
loving it.
Something about that lab, man, huh?
It is. I'll be honest with you, man. It's something about it, because these two I have with me. These are my guys.
Speaking of which, let's see who we got in here, man. Who is this guy right here, man?
Jabbar Triplett, linebacker at Southern Lab.
Michael Wicker, defensive back and receiver at Southern University Laboratory School.
He's serious with it, man. Look, so, it's like, once again, just like with Catholic High, man, this is a homecoming, man. These are my babies, man. I get they ain't babies no more, man. They think he done hit the iron a little bit. Chip got a chest. He got a chest now, so he getting tough and big, man. Super proud of him. I heard you guys made a phenomenal announcement, man. You want to share that with our listeners? What did you announce?
Oh yeah, I made an announcement that I committed to the University of Arizona, and that's why I'll be attending the next 4 or 3 years.
Okay, good deal. Mike, we got some things on the horizon for you too, right? Coach Baker, tell me something about being at the lab, man. Your experience of being there, the culture and the kids. How's it been for you?
It was a change for me because for the past 3 years I've been around a bunch of rural kids, and then when I came to Southern Lab, it's more so the city type. I might have 1 or 2 country boys like myself, but when I got there, it was like, dang, I really got these type of guys on my team, and so now I'm able to do a lot more what I've been wanting to do with my athletes with these guys, because they can just fly around to the ball. They can do some things that maybe prevented me in the past from. It's showing what I can really do as a defensive coordinator. But when you have a couple guys that can play a little bit.
Good deal. Now I remember back last spring, you actually had a team in 707. Louisiana,
yeah, that's correct. I did.
Some younger guys and some older guys. Growing up, these guys were actually part of the first regime of 707. Tell us about your experience playing 707 with Louisiana.
Well, with Louisiana Youth, the Lions, that was a great experience. We went to Texas, I believe. Yeah, we went to Texas. We had a lot of great games we played. We visited a college. It was TCU, I think it was. Yeah. But, yeah, we enjoyed ourselves.
It was a great experience. I played some receiver then. I really ran a receiver. Caught me a little touchdown in the end zone in AT Stadium, Dallas Cowboys Stadium. That's a good experience for me right there.
Yeah, so being able to play in an NFL stadium, that was big. Coach, and I know you guys competed when we did it locally here. And tell us about the experience with your kids and getting a chance to do that.
Well, we heard about it late, but when we heard about it, I got with Coach Leroy, and we jumped all over it. And one thing that it helped me personally, my son was playing quarterback, and he was used to handing the ball off. So I got with our president, like, listen, we need to do this, especially if my son was playing quarterback. I can't have him out there, handing the ball off for the last 2 years. Now you want him to throw it. So that was big for them. And, actually they're getting ready to go to California in the Snoop Dogg Bowl here in December shortly. Okay. So, yeah, even though I'm not with Charlotte Community Charter School, I'm still heavily involved with the NICE organization.
Okay, good deal. Shouts out to those guys, man. They actually, are doing some good things out here. They need to come on over to Louisiana Youth, man.
We working on it. We definitely working on it.
Y'all need to come on over, man, and see what it's like to play against, some of these guys.
Right.
Their little brothers and cousins. Magnus is coming on up. He's gonna be in Louisiana Youth soon. So they got family members that are still in the league. So tell me about it. You guys have been teammates for how long?
We've been
long time since about 8 years old.
8 years old.
A long time.
And what team did you guys play for?
South Baton Rouge Rams, the best team.
So you guys have been teammates since you were 8 years old. You guys have finished out your high school career together, right?
Yes, sir.
That's big, man. How big is that? How does that measure up in your life?
I mean, it's just I grew relationships with a lot of people over Louisiana Youth, like Josh and Braylon. We all grew up together, but like being on the same team with this guy, just it's been a great experience for me. It helped me develop my character, and I didn't see him grow as well over the couple of years that we played with each other.
Playing with Mike since I was 8 years old. We always been on defense together, even with 7-on-7. So when I in high school, I got Mike behind me in the secondary, so I know he got my back, I got his back. We just communicate with each other, and he like a brother to me.
Yeah. So chemistry, Coach. Chemistry. How was it walking in with a group of guys, and you probably hearing them? They got chatter because you got guys from multiple teams on your team right now. How is that in the room? How does the room sound?
It's never quiet. The room is never quiet. I can remember my first day at practice. I'm trying to fill out the kids. This was during the summer. So I come in, I'm working with the secondary, working with the linebackers. Then Trip come over there. Coach, let me play safety. I say, no, you playing linebacker. Keep in mind, I'm still trying to, figure my way out. So he like, Coach, put me in safety. I like, no, you're not going to safety. So finally I give in. I was like, Trip, go to safety. I kid you not. The first play, we doing 7-on-7, he catch a pick. Run back the other way, then run back to me and spike the ball. I told you, put me at safety. Then here comes Mike Wicker. Yeah, Coach, he told you, put him at safety. Man, but I love these guys. They keep me on my toes.
Oh, yeah, man. I can only imagine. Just speaking from experience of seeing, they can be a character, too, in the room. Trip's kind of quiet.
Right,
but
right.
He's got another alter ego.
Yeah, Trip had me fooled until about 3 weeks ago. He had me fooled good.
All right. So going back, man, is there a team or a game that you remember playing in Louisiana youth football that, like a rivalry game or a team that you could think about?
The Jaguars and the Vikings, those was our 2 hardest teams, but especially the Jaguars, like that was definitely our rival team. Since I was a peewee, that was our rival team. And it was one game they beat us. We played at Southern, and they beat us 6-7. Let Braylon, the buster went up the middle. They used to be squatting down, so they beat us on that little touchdown.
What offense they ran to what?
They were just squatting, and we didn't know which one it was. They were so small.
We had a show about that a while back, and it's the single wing. That's what the coach said it was. So do you have one of those games or one of those teams you remember?
Oh yeah, versus the Jaguars, my PV year. This was like my last year. I was 9 years old, playing the Jaguars, night game. Braylon, he was running the ball. Everybody thought he was tackle. Held his hand on the ground, got up, started running, and we all just thought he was down. They won 6-7.
Yeah. Good deal, man. I always look back and I salute you guys, man, because you guys have maintained friendships over the years, whether you guys stayed at the same school or y'all transitioned or they went to other schools. Do you find yourself trying to see what the score is of your former teammate or a guy you formerly competed with against on Friday night now, since it's, they're in high school, you guys are in high school? Do you guys still communicate with each other a lot?
Definitely. Out of Louisiana Youth, I still talk to the majority of the players that play with me. We got the Joe Williams, I know he was on last week. Josh, Braylon, we all talk. We still communicate with each other. We still have a close relationship.
That's good. How about you?
I still talk to Joe, Josh, Braylon, Cardell, Ty, Damone. Yeah, I talk to all them boys. Still, they come to the games and everything. So, we do stuff with each other on the weekends and still communicate with each other.
Okay. So that's big, Coach. So you get a chance to see guys that maybe you didn't coach, or with the alumni I found, is pretty strong. Tell me about that Southern Lab alumni culture. How does that?
That was another shock for me. Like I said, when I was at my last school, we really didn't have alumni. Mm-hmm. So then, once I get to the lab school, and after that first win, they all coming out, introducing themselves, and I'm like, man, it's almost like a university, because they're there. They're supporting us when we down. They're supporting us when they're winning, and it's good to have people, in your corner, especially when you're losing, because they can easily turn away and walk away, but not here. They through thick and thin, they've been there with us.
That's a good deal, Coach. Coach, is that one moment this season that you can look back on and you say, man, I saw that turning point for my guys to say, well, we got something special going.
That was that Central game. I know we came out on the other side than we wanted to, but they got inside the red zone twice, and they didn't punch it in, and then finally they got down on the 2-yard line, 4th down, 36 seconds left, and we still had the opportunity to make a play, and they punched it in there. So that let me know right there against a 5A school like that, and at the point, I think they was averaging like 55 points at the time, and we held them to 7 points. So that was huge, and that let me know in my mind, like, you know what? We about to make a run.
Right. Yeah. Good deal. Coach, you said that with some true confidence and a stamp, man. So you guys are in district play right now.
Correct. We open up district tomorrow night.
All right. Good deal. Who you guys playing first?
We play Thrive Academy.
Thrive? Okay. So you guys are looking forward to the district play and to set the tone for that playoff, that deep playoff run, hopefully a state championship.
Yeah, actually on our ride over here, I was talking to him. I said, look, guys, we need to start setting some goals. I know we talked amongst ourselves already. We need to put some stuff on paper so we'll know what we're aiming for. Because I think this is time we should be peaking right now, getting ready for the Superdome, if that's what we play at. I don't think nobody really knows what the select school is going to play at right now.
That's a great subject that we actually gonna cover, because I heard Coach Coach Fatita from Catholic, he said the same thing. He's like, we don't know where we're gonna play it at. We're gonna have a show about it soon though. But I want to definitely touch on this too, man. You guys making a run right now. Speaking on that, any injuries or anything like that you see could prevent you guys from getting there?
Well, we've been banged up pretty good here lately. We had a tough non-district schedule, but I think we're getting everybody healthy back. Man, Trip here went down. with an ankle injury. Mike was banged up with a hip. My safety, Ken Andrews, was banged up with a knee. So we've been banged up. But this week, actually yesterday, I looked at the other coach. I said, hey, listen, we back. So I had all of them back in practice for the first time in about 3 or 4 weeks. Where I had all my starters at practice, and they was looking good, flying around to the ball. And I can think about today at practice, Coach Asbury, he asked, where he came from? Who made that play? And I told him, like, oh, all right, never mind. Let's keep going, because we're back and we're starting to rock and roll again.
So I'm going to ask you guys, is there that one guy that, I guess with all the injuries and things like that, that came about, maybe he played Louisiana youth football and you was like, man, this guy was able to blossom and come out of that, and you looking at him like, wow, who's that one guy that turned the light switch on and has been a major contributor this year?
Oh, Joe Williams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, he was a good player back then, but he was all right. He ran what he was doing. He was really starting his senior year. Right. So then he just got to mass and prep, and started hitting the weight. He got big, and Joe just blown up out of nowhere. But Joe, he a great player though.
Good deal. So on your team now, is there that one guy that's on your team that plays with you guys that you like, man, things have changed a lot? Like that's the one guy who's helped you guys get to where you're at.
Kenya Andrews.
Okay.
This is the first year coming back playing this year. Like he ain't played football since like probably 12 years old, middle school, or something like that. So now he got like 2-3 offers.
Oh really? Wow. So
yeah, he was playing strictly basketball, and then he came out and he contributed like immediately to the team, immediately contributed.
Okay, but that's good, man. I'm glad to see you guys are moving in a great direction, Coach. You sound like y'all got a good culture, a good energy going. Is there that one thing you want to share with our viewers and listeners about Southern Lab and the direction that Southern Lab is going in, and what would be just that one pinnacle thing that you would want to dispel? Maybe that people may think that it's like this, but it may not be.
I'll point in the direction of our leadership, Coach Asbury. Being a head coach myself, a lot of people think, how can 2 head coaches work together? And I'll be honest, I've learned so much from him. He's a great leader, great teacher. He's not a micromanager. I'm his DC, so he doesn't, micromanage me. He lets me do my thing, but I also learn a lot from, how to run a top-notch program. Southern Lab is a top-notch program. He runs it like it's a college job, and like I said, he does a great job with his leadership, not just with the kids, but with his coaches as well.
Yeah. So I always look back at what you just said right there, and we had something we called MVP, Most Valuable Parent. Is there a most valuable parent that you want to shout out? Somebody who make sure y'all got the chicken sandwiches, the clothes washed. You got any parents like that that's rocking with you?
Yeah, he in the building with us tonight, Mr. Tripp. Every Friday,
not Coach
before
the
game, he come hug
not
us.
the one and only
after
Coach
the game,
Tripp in the building.
He's there through it all. He's one of the ones for sure.
He's a part of the brotherhood too. He's
good. Well, that's a good brother. That's a
Louisiana youth coach, Louisiana youth volunteer. Shouts out to Coach Tripp. He's in the building as well. Mama Tripp in the building too. I see him in the building, man. Kudos. I'll tell you what, Coach, we really appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys for having us.
And thank you guys for what you're doing for our youth, man. Louisiana Youth alumni that's over there. You guys probably dressing about 30 of them over at your school, and we give you guys kudos for what you're doing in the community, man, and just keep it going.
Appreciate it, man.
Good luck on your run this season, all right?
Thank you.
Y'all take care. Keep it locked right here. We'll be back on It's All About the Youth.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
need to say great job, congratulations, or way to go? Crown Trophy on Sherwood Forest Boulevard in Baton Rouge has the trophy, plaque, acrylic, or crystal award you're looking for. Whether it's for your team, business, or church, come to Crown Trophy. We guarantee the highest level of customer service, and there's no charge for rush orders or trophy engraving. We're nationally known and locally owned. Visit us online to view our catalog at www.crowntrophy.com.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
And welcome back to It's All About the Youth. You saw it splash across the screen. MVP, Most Valuable Parent. I have two of them here with me. I had two last show. I have two this show. To my left, I have
Ren Jones. I have a son that plays on the 4th grade Cubs team, and I also help out with the cheerleaders for the games.
Kudos to the Cubs. Good job, Mom. And I also have
Marquetta Harrison. And my son plays for the Baton Rouge Raiders. He's on the 9 and 10-year-old team. He's a lineman.
Okay, good deal. Marquetta Harrison is here too. So tell me something, Mom. Tell me something. How hard is it being a team mom?
Well, it's hard because your son is playing, and we were talking about this, and you want to help and volunteer because they need us to, but
Right.
your boy is on the field. But it takes an army, and so we like to get together and do the things behind the scenes that need to be done. So for me, that's helping out with the cheerleaders when the main cheerleader coach mom can't be there because of work. And I brought this. It's not my notes for the show, but it's printing out the roster so all the parents have the team numbers, you know, things like that, having Gatorade on the sidelines. Take care of business beside the sidelines, but this lady does it way more than me.
So speaking of which, your son has always been. What did your son play prior to you playing? He played for the Baton Rouge Raiders.
We've been with the Raiders since 2016, but 2015 we actually played for the Trojans.
Okay, so you were a team mom there too.
I help out wherever.
You do it all.
I'm just doing more work with the Raiders.
I heard that you have like a full pill bucket. Tell me about it. What, as a team mom, what do you have to do?
My car is always packed. I have a book set. I have extra notebooks, notepads, pencils. I take care of the registration. I pick up registration fees.
Okay.
I transport the kids back and forth to practice, to the games. We'll feed them. They know me. They know X-Men mom is going to cook or bring something. I say, yeah, because my child is always hungry.
They always
so
are.
I'm just one of the all-around parents, just to kind of let them know. I know it's football. It's teaching you discipline, you know, but then also to share, because my son is an only child. So when he gets out there, he's with his brothers and he's excited. So
it's a
I'm
family.
excited too, right?
You have a family affair going.
Yes,
right?
yes, sir.
So,
it's family.
So I have one question for you guys. As a team mom, how does that measure up against the coach, team mom, or being the head coach? Which one do you think is tougher?
Huh.
It's a good one.
Oof. That's good. We have to go home with these boys. I don't know. So the coaches can leave them to us. So I'm not, what do you...
So do you have a car full that is like, come on, Mom, John is coming with us?
Yeah, you do. You usually have a car full, you know, and like my husband will work the chains, you know, so it is a family affair. Okay. But like she said, it's so true. It teaches them fundamentals, teamwork, things that are just priceless, you know, so I think that's why we all want to step up and do our part. My daughter helped kind of coach the cheerleaders. She's a high school cheerleader, so she on Saturday went to help them learn
cheers.
Community
service in as well.
You know, so we all pull our weight because it's worth it. Right?
And like you said, you get to do it's a family outing.
It is.
And with teenagers, if your daughter's I know she doesn't really make time for mom anymore. You're not cool anymore. You know, so one of those days, you know, X-Man is going to grow up and he's going to be like, hey, Mom, leave the cookies.
He's already 5 feet tall right now, 146 pounds.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Just get ready, right? Talk about food.
Right.
So the grocery bill is always high because you got a house full, right?
That's it.
So we've solidified that. We've also, I heard you say it. You said Team Mom is harder than being the head
No, coaches, please. I did not say that. He is mistaken. No. I retract that.
I'll retract that statement. Are you guys on the same side or are you different? Do you beg to differ or are you same side?
It's all different roles, huh?
Yeah, different roles, but we all
So
work
your teams are playing each other Saturday.
On Saturday, we just learned this. Yeah.
What a coincidence.
I know. What?
So y'all,
I can't even wait.
do we have a behind the scenes TV show, a blurper, right? We can get an inside scoop right now. Are y'all ready?
Oh, an inside scoop? Do you have one?
Did you get your kids ready? Do you have some special snacks for the game?
Some special plays that we're going to like.
Do you know the special plays?
No, that's one thing Team Moms, I don't. I
just wanted to see if Coach
do you know some plays?
I just tell them to get out there and have fun. Just do your best and have fun.
That's what it's about. And I want to tell you guys, you know, I really appreciate the extra mile that you guys go to make sure that kids in Louisiana youth have the ultimate experience.
Right.
Because without you guys, the coaches would not be able to just focus on coaching.
Yeah.
Or they would have to do paperwork and registration all the time, which I know they don't want to do that, right? We want to just make sure that we also tell you guys thank you for what you do for our youth and the volunteer of time that you do.
Thank you. Well, thank you for promoting it in this way.
We definitely appreciate it, okay? Well, kudos to the moms, the most valuable moms from the Cubs.
And to Saturday.
And the Raiders. And to Saturday.
See you Saturday.
Go find them. They're going to have all the treat bags. Treat bags on them. Treat bags on them. No. Keep it locked right here. We'll be back on It's All About the Youth because it's all about the moms, the most valuable parents.
Thank you.
Good deal. Thank y'all so much.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Do you need to say great job, congratulations, or way to go? Crown Trophy on Sherwood Forest Boulevard in Baton Rouge has the trophy, plaque, acrylic, or crystal award you're looking for. Whether it's for your team, business, or church, come to Crown Trophy. We guarantee the highest level of customer service, and there's no charge for rush orders or trophy engraving. We're nationally known and locally owned. Visit us online to view our catalog at www.crowntrophy.com.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
And welcome back. And welcome back. Welcome back. It's all about the youth. I am Aaron. That's Leroy. I'm Aaron. That's Leroy. Yeah, you hear? I don't know if you're here or not. I don't hear you. Anyway, I just want, look, I want to say this while we're thinking out loud. While we're thinking out loud, shouts out to Leroy. You see how, hey.
Where are we? We're back.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
There we go.
We're back. Technical difficulty.
Shouts out. Hey, man, it's homecoming for you over at the lab.
You see, I got my green
I
on.
see
Lab school.
You lab representing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good job, man.
We started that L stuff. LSU took it from us.
They took it from
the lab.
The lab.
You know, we had it across the chest.
Yeah, I saw it.
They tried to ban it. Yeah, they tried to ban it from us, but we still the lab.
I hear you, baby.
The athletic academy. The first athletic academy. Then everybody else started biting the mold. Madison Prep came along. I'm just saying.
Well, the best form of flattery is what?
Imitation. I guess that's what it is, imitation.
I mean, hey.
That's in the other communities. In our community, they think they did it.
You did it. You did something. I did it first. Man, hey, matchups and rivalries. Tell me about it.
We got some good games coming up this week. But this week is kind of a slow week, man, because I'm trying to see. It's not going to be any big changes in the brackets.
Okay.
I mean, in the power rankings. We had small changes last week, man. We had a big upset with the Seahawks beating in the 9 and 10-year age group. The Seahawks beating the Rams. The best coach,
wow.
the best coach in the country.
The best coach in the country lost.
Got beat. So man, I'm not trying to dump on him, but the Seahawks beat him. I mean, it was they manhandled him.
I wonder how we probably need to call him up and see how he's handling it.
Yeah, I've been checking the Mississippi River Bridge, the old and the new. He hadn't been on there. So he ain't jumping.
Hey, I mean, he too smooth. For me.
Yeah, he too smooth.
Yeah.
And then the Raiders ended up beating. Was it the Bengals? It was a tight game. It was
it was the Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals. They beat them 7-0. As a matter of fact, the Raiders have been doing a 7-0 game. Now, I don't know if that's good defense or good offense.
Sound like it's good defense. We don't give up any points. That's good defense.
Exactly. Yeah, they're giving some eggs to a lot of people, man. All that games have been pretty close. So on those age groups, and of course the 11 to 12s has been real steady, except for the Raiders. Again, the Raiders 11 to 12-year-old team beat the Rams this past weekend.
Yeah.
So they're slowly climbing their way up the chart. So
it may be an interesting Raider preview at the end of the season. You know, we getting close to playoff time.
Yeah,
man.
2 weeks left.
2 weeks left in the regular season.
This week coming, and then 2 weeks after that. So it's
wow.
It's counting down.
Countdown to playoff football. And I always say, when Louisiana Youth hits playoff football, it's a different type of football.
It's a new season.
No first quarter running clock, no mercy rules. It turns into real gridiron battles.
And then there's no mercy rule, a gentleman rule, as we call it. We don't have that gentleman rule, so you can get 70 wrung on you.
You might see that score get lopsided.
Yeah.
Real
So
bad.
for those of y'all that's following our stats on Game Center, GameCenter.LouisianaYouthFootball.com. If you're following the stats and stuff, so if you see some 70-0 games and we're going to playoffs, it is playoff football. So so we're running it through playoff football. So it's a different animal there.
All right. So I always look at this too, and we had some great guests on today, man. Do you remember just thinking back of
watching those.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's amazing to see those kids turn, because you asked them a real good question. Who was the kid that really changed around and turned the light switch around?
Mm-hmm.
Those kids that were on here today, the light switch was on early. We saw that early because we could have predicted those kids have been there because we saw them. All four of them were athletes when they were little kids, when they were 5 and 6 years old playing D League.
The maturation of Braylon Morgan, Joel. Over the years, just looking at these kids, Jabbar Triplett, just looking at all, Josh Parker, a.k.a. Joystick to us, just looking at how they groomed, they were groomed to be what they are.
Yeah.
They were like this when they were young.
They were little kids.
So it's no secret.
Exactly.
To us,
So for Arizona or for whoever's about to get Josh, Braylon, and Mike, we knew that.
Yeah.
So it's not that we're predicting. It's not that you hear a lot of people say, "Well, you can't tell if a kid's going to go on to be on the high level."
Difference.
You can come to Louisiana Youth Football, and I promise you, 9 out of 10 times you can't predict it. Now we have some who don't hit that growth spurt.
Clodrick Hilaire has been Clodrick Hilaire since he was 5, 6 years old.
Yep.
Tyrion Davis grew into the role of being a phenomenal back. But as far as him being a stud, he's been a stud since he was a little kid.
Damone
Clark been a stud since he was a little kid.
Derek Stingley been a stud. I want to mention in the Florida game, we had 3 touchdowns and an interception, all from Louisiana Youth Football. Why?
Because it's all about the youth, baby. Keep it locked. We here. We can't help it.
LYSNTV.com, LYSNradio.com.
Tell the truth.
Same together.
It's only entertainment.
Not entertained. Are you